it is. Morning. Here's a new site. Not freezing this winter. Opted to drive the pickup this winter. I haven't drove this thing's been parked for like 2 years. Of course, well, the battery was in Tina, which is the TDI Volkswagen Jetta. Because I thought that battery was weak, so I'm like, well, I'll put this battery in. And this is a large battery. TDI takes an extremely large battery for a 4-cylinder. What are we doing today? Well, I've been fucking sick for like, I don't know, 3 weeks. Still kind of runny nose, a little bit of congestion today. Ever since the first snowfall that I did that cat assist heater, to you guys it might only seem like a couple videos ago, but it's been, shit, that was like November 2nd. It is now the 16th. At least I think it was the 2nd, or it was the 1st. I think it was the 1st. And it is, yes, today is the 16th. Today we gotta go out to Rocky and smash out a tank farm. I haven't really done any recording this whole time I've been sick because I've just no effort. Don't want to put in any effort. Yes, I've edited the videos on the computer, but I've just been like literally sleeping or laying in bed watching movies or working. It's been pretty busy, but I did do some like water transfer stuff. Did some odds and ends here and there. Took out a couple boilers, and it just, but it was nothing really extravagant, and it ended up being out on the Andy Miller, same place it just was previous video, so I was just like, meh. I changed my wipers. But anyways, going out to Cow Lake, knocked down 12 tanks. I don't know if there might be some mat stacking going on. I'm hoping not, because they've been there since it didn't snow, and then they're gonna, honestly, I hate it when it's like that, because they need to be flipped. So I don't know what's going on. I have a little bit of inclination of what's going on, but any of the 12 tanks have to leave that site, and that matting needs to be stacked and shipped out. And we're taking 2 tanks down to Cochrane, which is the location I go to all the time in Cochrane. Oh, I got the hiccup ups. We're gonna take these tanks. Supposed to just knock down these tanks, stack mats, and then take 2 tanks to Cochrane, and that's for today, supposedly. I'm sure it'll, by the end of the day, it'll be changed. Be like, oh, well, if you want to make a second trip, I'm like, no, I don't. Hate driving back from Cochrane, do the jig jog, Airdrie, back out to 2, deal with Highway 2. Yesterday it was complete disaster because they had blowing snow, blowing on mostly the west side road. And then once we got on secondaries, like I cut over from Bicycle and to 21 to 1, which I should have got off in Rocky View, but I went all the wrong directions yesterday, taking out water stuff, and it was really poopy out. It was warm, and it was blowing snow like a mofo, so all the roads had a slop or snow buildup on them, and then of course it's good for a couple kilometers, and all of a sudden, boom, snow. So everybody would jam down to like freaking 30 kilometers an hour. We got 2 phone calls yesterday that I know of for sure. Your drivers are driving aggressive. I'm like, if you're doing 50 on the 4 lane, I'm passing regardless. I'm like, there's no need to do that slow, and if you can't handle it, you need to stay home or get in the slow lane. because everybody was driving in the fast lane, ultra slow. That, what is that, Dennis Leary song?
Drive really slow in the ultra fast lane.
I drive ultra slow in the ultra fast lane, cause I'm an asshole, an asshole. It's a pretty funny song, you should check it out. But anyways, other than being sick for, felt like an eternity, and having to park my 2 cars and dig a trail to get the cars into the backyard and all that BS. Just the tail end of its 2-hour run, 5 to 7. Plus I left the bunk heater on last, oh, it's not running. Probably just, it's still warm in here. It's not that cold out, honestly. It's like -1. Welcomed out west. Wasn't too bad back home. It was pretty warm. I don't know what the temperature is, obviously, because my shit's broken. I don't know if I replace that thermometer or the temp sensor out there if it would fix it, but someday I'll find out, I guess. Yeah, so could be a little bit of difference for you to come from Red Deer is central Alberta. We go out west until we're pretty close to the mountains. They're kind of around us here. And it gets snowy. It's gonna be one of those days. I wonder how much snow is on the top of the tanks. We did a bunch out for somebody else a couple weeks ago, and there was like a foot of snow on top of every tank, and there was what was there, like 15, 16 tanks? I don't even remember, but I ended up with quite the pile on the deck of the truck, because every time you tilt one over, it just goes it builds up on your truck. So every tank you get like a bit of snow, and as it falls off, it's also packing itself, so it's kind of a bugger. I got a shovel now. It's just a snow shovel. I should have like a square mouth or something else, but hopefully it just kind of stays out here. But when we go down to Cochrane, we'll be going all the way down kind of the west road. It'll be 22 to Sundre and then Jig Jog. So it'll probably be this all day. I wasn't expecting any snow, but it's here now, so hello. hook everything up. I think I'm just gonna put them one side by side. Just the one chug and away they go. Can't see shit. They're swamp matting up to a certain spot here. Nice. Can't even hold it when it takes it there like that. Rolling back on me. A little bit sketchy if you ask me, you know? Door's open, don't slam it. Bit of dog sound. Boom. Managed to not get stuck and have to spin on a set this time. It's always appreciated. Ugh. Fuck yeah, GoPro. Always missing the moment. Always being distracted driver. Almost drove right in the ditch. I was just thinking about it earlier too. I was just like, oh, it would suck if I just drove in the ditch here or something. I don't remember what I was doing. But yeah, I was like, oh, the edge, and I wasn't turning. I was like, oh, close call. Don't get complacent. Pay attention. The civilian behind me even saw it too. It's just like, oh, this guy's drunk. We're Big Hill Springs here. These guys are all not happy there's a well here because we frequent it like once or twice a year and make a bunch of noise and a bunch of traffic. Cyclists love this road, and I really love it when the cyclists ride on this road and I'm wide all the time. And it's a narrow road to start with, but nice houses out here. Bunch of oil haters with vinyl siding and cars and all that stuff. In-floor heating, running through plastic pipes, plumbing. Head her back to base. We're gonna do it twice tomorrow. Can't wait. I noticed that the Petrocan card block there and the Burger King and all that, is that 7-Eleven? It's closed. At Crossfields, the truck stop, it's shut down. It's like barricaded off and it doesn't look like anything's been in there for a while. I noticed it a while ago. I thought maybe they were just doing some kind of, I don't know, construction that was only going to take, a couple days, but it's been closed now for like a month, if not more. And also didn't notice that Humpty's was gone too. I was like, hey, that's one less place I can get some breakfast and hollandaise sauce on the down low. Even though I only ate there probably twice in 15 years. If anybody knows, maybe comment below. I'll dig around and see what I can find out, because that was kind of weird, because that's not that old of a truck stop, and it was, so I don't understand why it's closed down. The card lock, Petrocan card lock, 7-Eleven, Burger King, that's like 2 years, 3 years, I don't know how old it is, but it's not that old and it's already shut down. Welcome to day number 2 of Tank Fest. Thanks for watching. Oh, we got some minus 17 action. Toasty warm in here. Still didn't change my wiper blades. I bought wipers for this truck like 3 years ago, and then I'm just like, never drove it. I gotta find them. They're in a box somewhere. Anyways, nothing too early here. It's just 7 a.m. because that's what time my heater was ending at. So I'm like, there's no point going in too early, getting out there in the dark, But today's gonna be a double trip out there. It's gonna be a full day to do it. So what did we got? 8 hours yesterday, and that was with the Rigo. The Rigo was only like an hour, maybe an hour and a half total, from the time I decked off and was loaded and leaving. So really, it's gonna be, what did I finish up yesterday at 3 p.m.? Got to put a hustle on. Hopefully it's not blowing snow again today. Doesn't, judging by what's coming off the roofs over here, it's not that windy. With the steam coming out of the stacks, the furnace and stuff. So let's just hope that's what the case is for the rest of the day, and it's supposed to be a high of minus 11. They're like, in the morning it's gonna feel like minus 27 with the wind. Do you ever feel like you want to grab the guy that says feels like is that just a guess? Like, if some sissy generation goes outside and is like, say you just came from California, Arizona, wherever, and you moved to Canada and you're a news broadcaster for the Weather Network, and you're like, whew, this morning felt like with the wind it was minus 40. Oh, it's only minus 18. I feel like it's guesstimated all the time. I'm like, it doesn't feel that cold. You put shock into people when you're like, oh, it's gonna be like 30, minus 30 with the wind. Everybody's like, holy shit, I don't even want to go outside and start the cars, brush the snow off or any of that. Don't even want to go to work today. So I step outside and start my truck. I'm like, oh, it doesn't feel that bad at all. Definitely doesn't feel like 27 to me. 27 is crisp. It takes your breath away when you try to breathe. Didn't feel like that at all. But anyways, go in, fire up this beast, and get going. Them mirrors. Instant heat. This very reason I come from the other direction. Buddy's gonna get all fucked up here and block traffic. I feel his pain because I've been there once. Yep. Oh, I made it. Looks a little left up there. It's gonna be impossible for the bed truck. That'll basically work. I don't know what happened there. I've been questioned a few times. They're like, are your chains two different lengths? Because we seem to have some issues from time to time where just I couldn't have been more lined up and then all of a sudden it's just fucking everywhere. Well, everything's icy too, so. But we made it work. Chain her down and get going. Guys are here getting the mats. Well, shit, goddamn. I didn't think that's where I was gonna come out. Usually, we're not supposed to go left, but I honestly thought that if I went left, I was gonna come out right here. That's what I had in my head. Not that I looked it up or anything. I was like, oh yeah, that'll just go straight across to here. No, it does not. Just in case if you're also coming from there and being like, oh, I want to go this way. Bad idea, don't go that way. That sucked. And then I was like, uh-oh, where am I? I thought I was on the top of the hill on 22 coming into Cochrane, because it kind of looks the same there where you come out at those lights at the gas station. Same thing on the other highway. And as I was coming down a big hill, I'm like, well, that's not that spot. I'm like, I have no idea where I am or what road I was on. I'll have to look into that further a little bit. It's nice to know there's another way. Not that you want to come in that way, but I imagine that's another secondary that cuts off from like Country Hills or some BS from Calgary. But anyhow, back for another.
Think about 15 to 25%, which any radioactive media podcast and radio is almost
broken bumper. Pick up all these planks. No. Wish there was another place to put planks. Our planks were only 8 feet wide, so they'd fit nicely on the truck without sticking out so far and looking stupid. Follow me on my way back. He's like, can you grab the shack? I'm like, I don't want to hold the shack. I hate holding shacks. Oh well. 50, 50, 120, 10, 40. W. Oh, it's a good thing I was wearing my hard hat. At least it's a nice shack. It's got these cutouts. It's got the side rails so they don't get full of mud. Nailed it perfect there, yeah, that'll work. Design and some fags, and we'll get going. What do you guys like to see being hauled? Or if you're a winch operator, what's your favorite thing to haul? I like the easy stuff. Then I also like the challenging stuff, but seems like we don't get really either. As weird as that sounds. That guy's taking a nap. Just point the camera at the stuff you're doing. Slap right in the face. Almost time for a new one. Another reason is it's been sitting here, so there's snow on the roof. I don't like that. That's kind of a pain in the ass. I feel like an asshole. It snows all flying off the roof. He said something about they were pulling the mat out and hit the trim. Oh yeah. Yes, they did. A little bit minor, because we always have a mat stuffed in here and he grabbed with the loader. Of course, it was all here before it started snowing. Minor. Hammer and dolly and a couple screws, she'll be good as new. All right, let's get out of here. start winching it ahead, the front tank just goes whoop, sideways. But look at that, it's just like mint. Mint, boys.
Mint.
Oh. Long for the ride? Ah! Nobody's home. Or they're frozen. Going on here, hot oiler and fluid trucks. Pay rentals on coveralls they don't fucking fix. Wanted to take a whiz, but I better get going. No time for pissing. Number one rule is try not to break the back tank free from where it's frozen, or else it might skate around and totally screw you over. Now this time I'm going to take up the slack in the double suck chains before I start winching ahead, so it'll keep the front tank hopefully straight on the trailer. Well, it's not perfectly straight, but like I always say, the front one is the one that matters the most. Someone probably lined them up all shitty.